Hey, man, what's up?
Paul, what's going on, man?
You do a great job with those, finding just those perfect clips, and we've been
Oh man,
actually sitting on this intro since the dawn of this stream, right?
yeah, I made this. I mean, like I knew right away we were gonna get Terry on the show at some point, hopefully. So I made this one like first or second video when I edited all those. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a fun thing. Paul, how tight is your shirt today?
That?
My shirt's a little tight today. My shirt might be tight for the wrong
Oh,
reasons,
shirt
but
tight. I'm like, if my shirt's tight, but it's not because I'm muscular, it's because I'm getting fat, bro.
yeah,
I'm eating way too much,
I
man.
need to definitely get out more, man, for sure.
I mean, I don't have the restraint, Terry, he's a good man. He can get a smoothie, all right, and restrain himself from fast food. I don't have that opportunity, man. I can't do that. But we got a lot of people here in the chat tonight. Matt Gray, camera junkie, man. It's great to see you. I've seen you on other streams. Gilly, we got beloved Lion. Man, we got a lot of people in here, and we have none other than Terry Warfield. So I think we should just go ahead and bring him on in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hit that button, Paul.
Let's just go ahead and do it.
Thank you to Waymo. We really appreciate the invitation. How I got picked, I don't know, but I'm grateful. But they got a lot of stuff planned for us, events and tours and, food and all of that stuff. And I'm sorry my camera's all shaky. It's not on the gimbal right now. But, I want way more information. Wait. All right, whatever.
What's up, man?
I like it. I like that. What's going on? Coffee. Hold on 1 second.
You need coffee, yeah.
What's happening, y'all?
There's nothing like coffee at night, night at night. I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'm definitely been a sugar-free like energy drink.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this. Stream. I don't deal with non-coffee drinkers. So
Dr. Pepper
nice.
all the way for me. I'm trying to do the sugar-free thing. So yeah.
It used to just be like Paul would be on Drone Brews every night and just be drinking some alcoholic stuff. So
or fake alcoholic stuff because I'm not a huge drinker, but so I had to fake it till I make it. But
So what's going on, Terry?
Thanks for having me on. I'm good, man. I'm happy to be alive. I will not dare fix my lips to complain about anything with all this crazy stuff going on in the world. Shout out to the War Fam pulling up in the chat. See y'all. But I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on, fellas. I know we've been trying to get this going for a while, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. It's always tough to message people through like Instagram and stuff like that because you just get buried in inboxes and stuff. But yeah, it's been trying to get you on for a while. We got you booked now. We had you on last week. Shit, you were half the show last week, I feel like.
I love that dude, man. His comedy skits is next level.
It really
next
is,
level.
Yeah. I felt bad because I just didn't have a lot of time to like put together a lot of those questions for the game show that we're playing later. Because I just had got back from Dallas. I had like spent no time whatsoever, but we try to make it up with that with Bert,
we try to pay Bert good money to do it, but yeah, he sometimes does not come through very well, huh?
I heard he was a D-bag, man.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole. I don't know. So yeah, we'll about I don't know, half hour in we'll have this game show that we have on this channel called Know Your Creator, and you guys will meet Bert then. So we got a few more people in here. We got Shelda Art in here too now. Shelda Art's probably watched every one of our streams this year.
Yeah, he's a very dedicated person, and I got a big shout out to Shelda Art. I got some goods coming in hopefully later in June, and I really appreciate your support, not on my channel just for watching it, but you're hooking a brother up with a slight discount on a new toy. So I really appreciate that, bud.
You got to tell us what it is or no?
I bought a MacBook Pro 14-inch M1 Pro. I got the standard. I'm using a 2019 15-inch with the Vega 20, and it's like I can do 10-bit 422 or 420, but I cannot. If I put obviously 2.65 in here, it destroys it. If I put anything with higher frame rates, it destroys it. Even when I do S&Q mode, if I have too many clips in my timeline or any color grading on it, I can't even see the preview. So I'm done with that. I'm going for the M1, and it's sad. I've only had this computer for maybe about, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years, and
So
I'm
you're
already
telling me,
replacing
Paul,
it.
that
But hey, you
so
got to do
tell,
what you got to do to make your life better.
so Paul, you're telling me that you're getting a discount instead of going through Terry's affiliate links?
That's what I heard.
Yep.
Hey,
You know, it's almost like
I'm
I don't have a
I'm poor.
shitload of M1 MacBook Pro videos on my channel with affiliate links. That's crazy.
Do you have do you have affiliate links with Apple, or are they only with or B&H probably, huh?
BH and Amazon. But aside from that, let me tell you this. I run the 2499 model. These things are ridiculous, bro. I'm telling you. I got everything going through this one computer. I do all my editing on here. I throw A7 that's 3 files at it all day, A7 4. Excuse me. I'm talking 10-bit 422, 120 frames per second, color grading. Some of the stress tests that I've put these things through, like rendering 4K 10-bit 422 files while exporting in Lightroom, while like 6 or 7 Chrome tabs playing, it will not miss a freaking beat. Best money I ever spent. And I don't even have the most powerful one. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm getting my I just dumped a whole bunch of money and going to Vegas, so I was gonna buy that, but taxes come back in finally. That's my next thing too. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
just
in
sold a
between that
guitar.
Oh, you
studio
getting
and
a
the
return?
MacBook. What's that?
You getting a return? That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
That's nice.
I made a little bit of money on there, but not much. It
You
helps
got
that
a
my
lot of
wife,
kids. You should have a return.
helps that my wife went back to school, so we're getting some extra credits on that stuff too. So,
Oh, that's cool.
but yeah, I'm still kind of stuck between the studio and the MacBook myself. So either
What's
way, I
which
need to buy
model
some
do you
monitors.
have, Terry?
I'm an iMac guy, so I just wish it was that they put out this year, not just the Mac Studio. Is what it is.
Yo. Big shout out to all the War fam in the comments. I see y'all. I have the 10 core CPU, 16 core GPU, 1 terabyte of storage. What is it? 512 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, no, I'm sorry. What the hell am I talking about? 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the base model, which is the 8-core and this 16 gigs RAM. I upgraded the hard drive to 1 terabyte, and I still think it's going to blow. I think it's going to blow everything I do out of the water. So
You know who runs a base model still? Lee Zavitz. He has the base model, and you go on his channel, he's done the same thing, stress testing, all that stuff. It's wild, like how good these machines are for creators. I know they're not the best for people who game and stuff like that, but creative pros like we do, like you can't beat them. Period.
Yeah, I played around on Sydney's for a minute, and he's got. I mean, his is like the maxed out MacBook Pro, so his is like what, $5,000 or something like that. He was just stacking everything on top of each other. He's bringing in all of his raw files and stuff because he was using his Atomos video that's gonna be coming out soon, and it was just scrubbing through everything like it was nothing. And I'm just like, I can't do any of that with my stuff. And I have a pretty specced out iMac, but it's not, you know how it is. Just you can't handle 10-bit.
You can't handle 10-bit.
I'm still waiting for Mac to like update the thumbnails. So
that drives me nuts, man.
I know. I hate not being able to see what your video is. I don't know what's the holdup, why they can't figure out how to.
So if you do, I think 420, you can preview.
Yep.
But if you use 422, nah,
Mm-hmm.
nah, it's not happening.
I always have to write down like where my video file started if I use the same card for multiple stuff, and then bring it in whatever. Worth it or not?
Hell yeah, it's worth it. Easily best $2,500. Now, fortunately, I had a good run on YouTube videos about the MacBook that paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
But even if I didn't make the money back, if you edit, like if you do any of that stuff, it's worth the weight in gold, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, like last time when I was at Sydney's too, I had like we spent half the day doing stuff, and then I had half the day of doing nothing. And I'm like, I wish I had my computer with me so I could actually edit all these videos that I'm working on. And instead, I didn't. I waited a week, came home, and now I'm just starting to finally edit the things. So You know,
Yeah. Shelda Art says I can travel more to see Kyle. Yeah, that's true. I wish I had it with me. I wish I could have it with me when I do see him in like 3 weeks, but there's
or even at
chip
like
shortage.
I know you're going to NAB next week, but or this weekend. Having that with me, you could do those like day 1, day 2, day 3 videos and just pump them out. And
So here's my thing on NAB. Now, I don't know if I want to go like create stuff. And I know that sounds crazy, but like I hate playing the whole traveling gear, computers, having to have gear checked. Like I just want to take one camera, a couple small outfits, and a backpack. And whatever happens with that happens with that. But
What's your go-to what for NAB? What would be your go-to camera, lens? What's your travel setup look like?
I would probably rock, to keep things small. I would probably rock the A7 IV and probably the Tamron 17 to 28 and maybe like a nifty 50 just to keep small, lightweight. That's like, I don't want to go take a 70 to 200. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. I have to do that at home all the time. Part of me going to Vegas, I haven't taken a trip since the last time I went to San Francisco for Samsung Unpacked. That was what, close to 3 years, 3 years ago. So I haven't went anywhere since then. So part of this is like, yo, I want to go, experience Vegas again.
Yeah, I think my travel setup would be the A7C with the Tamron 1728 and the Tamron 28 to 200. Those would be probably my little portable, if I can only bring the limited amount of stuff.
It's a great travel lens.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the A7S III with the Sony 20 millimeter. Just because it's a 1.8. Like filming inside, you think you wouldn't need a lot of light, but when you film in those convention centers, it's actually pretty dark, and you're actually cranking your ISO quite a bit. So this lens would be nice. And this is perfect enough. It's wide enough.
Cranking your ISO.
I don't think you're gonna be doing a lot of zooming in. Maybe I'll bring my Sigma with or something, but
somebody asked. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no problem.
I wanted to get to this question. This is the question you're getting to?
That was the one I was about to say.
Yeah, I love to
how's
hear
it been
your
working
opinion
with
on
the
this
ZV-1?
because Kyle is a very successful ZV-1 channel. So
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Kyle, I got something you didn't know about, which I'm about to drop a video on, but I'm gonna preview it. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. It's right over here.
Sure.
1, 2.
Don't leave.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I mean, Paul, you're not able to go to the NAB because
that's real nice.
Oh, he's here. Oh, I did see this picture.
Nothing.
Yeah, I was curious about what the heck this picture was all about.
I really wanted to go to NAB with you, and I could have, but the plane tickets were out freaking outrageous. I mean, I live in Orlando. I thought Orlando to Las Vegas would be pretty cheap because plane tickets coming out of Orlando, if you're not aware, are usually really cheap because of all the tourism and all the parks. The cheapest flight I could find was like, I don't know, almost $400 on Frontier, where you gotta check, pay for a check, and it was like a freaking way late flight, 15-hour, like a big delay. I mean, I was blown away by the ticket. Right, if you guys aren't aware of the airplane tickets right now, they just skyrocketed through the roof. Crazy.
Like, I had to take Frontier flights.
I got on Sun Country, but like I got my tickets a week or 2 ago, so like I feel like I still got good deals on mine because I got mine with hotels and stuff too. But so let's see the ZV-1 thing. There's a red little ring adapter that I'm all curious about.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna tell you where I got it from.
Okay.
Oh boy.
With the Ulanzi thing, you typically have to screw it on and off, which is why I never used it. Well, check this out.
Yep.
Oh, magnet power.
I think I remember seeing stuff like I've seen a setup like this before for ND filters back on the RX 100.
Okay, so all right, so since we here, I'll freaking tell you. So it's the same thing, but it's strong enough to hold the Ulanzi also. It was an experiment. So I bought it because it was only like the kit was like $40 for the magnetic ring, and I don't know the actual name of it. I'll send you a link afterwards.
Yeah, I remember
seeing a link afterwards. But it's strong enough to hold the grip on there. The only thing is when you put the adhesive magnetic ring on there, you gotta let it cure for 24 hours before you start mounting stuff on there. But I used it Today I filmed the vlog today. Another one of my just rambling on vlogs with the ZV1. But I was actually out walking and stuff like that. It does not come off at all unless you pull it off.
That's the one downside to that thing is that screwing that thing on. I don't know what it is about that thread, but it is. I've dropped it like twice, where you're like starting to screw it on, all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, what happened?
Yep.
Like looking down, and like the threads are weird. They're very, very particular. And
So is that just is that part the whole lens adapt is that all whole adapter, or is that just a little adapter you pay
It's
for?
two separate pieces. So you got to buy the Ulanzi thing, which is like what, $40?
Yep.
And then the actual ring was like it's way overpriced, but it's a it's a commodity, so you got to pay for it. Because the only thing you get is like a magnetic ring and a couple little other things in there, but it's way overpriced.
So I'm assuming you could probably use that with not only with lenses like that, but like, and is it mainly for ND filters?
It's actually made for NDs.
Yep. But
the magnet is strong enough to hold the Ulanzi on there.
You got that base plate, right?
No. So Small Rig is they're supposed to be sending me the mother load next week. Okay. I got two cages I'm building for the A7 IV, like a minimal one and a big one. And then I'm like, while I'm at it, just send me XYZ for the ZV1.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a base plate for it.
Well, honestly, at this point too, it's like one of the only cameras that you can still buy.
For you can't get these anywhere.
I know you can't. Oh, you can still find these a little bit, but what I like about this base plate is this right here. You literally just pop the door open on a tripod. So
I think we asked the question, and then we got a little bit off of off track there. But how are you enjoying your ZV1, Terry?
It is. I'm about to get stoned in this chat. I already know.
Uh-oh.
Out of all of the cameras I own, it is my favorite camera. I didn't say it was the best camera or the most capable camera, but it is my favorite camera that I own. I will elaborate if you want me to. I could talk for freaking hours about the ZV1.
Oh, I mean, my guess is this, and it's a wonderful camera because you can carry it around with you wherever you want. You can get a little fanny pouch like Peter Lindgren does, and you can just take it with you everywhere. It's discreet. Nobody's going to be harassing you about bringing a big old hunker into a freaking store or whatnot. They're going to be like, oh, this guy's just filming on his cell phone. Essentially, I mean, it's pretty small.
So like, I think phones are fine in a pinch. Like, phones look great, right? But when you compare the quality from a phone to a ZV1, I prefer the color depth and stuff from the ZV1 over a phone. Although phones have their advantages too. So for me, it's like, boom, if I have a choice, I would much rather use my ZV1 than my phone.
Yeah.
So for me to just be able to whip it out, get my shot or whatever it is, take a picture, even for like my gym selfies, you know what I'm saying? Like the pictures come out so much better on the ZV1. So for me, it's that like, it's not perfect. It's a lot of stuff that sucks about it. But the things it does great, it does really good. And those things are important to me. So it's my favorite camera that I have.
I just like that you can take this out of the camera and pop it in your computer and it's done, versus if it's on your phone, if you're not already, like, people are like, why don't you just use your phone? It's like, I'm going on like a week-long vacation. You know how fast I would max out the memory on my phone filming videos? Not to mention the pain it is to edit, drag all that crap into your computer and airdrop everything. It's just not fun.
And the phone, and it has HD. It makes your HDR. I mean, it looks all funky when I get it into my dang
off.
Yeah. Besides, it's got soft skin mode. For some people, that's important.
So Terry, we get this question too a lot, and we've had a few videos with Kyle about it. But like, what now that you've used the ZV1, what are the main features that you would like to see in a ZV2?
What's crazy is I made a ZV2 wishlist video that YouTube showed no love, but
I think I've actually seen this one too.
yeah. Before I go into it, I feel like people need to be realistic. Like, y'all want this small compact camera. Compromise has got to get made. So people wishing that it had a 24-70 f1.8. This is not gonna. I mean, well, technically it does, but like, so here's what I think they need to do for the ZV2 or whatever it's called to be successful. It's got to have USB-C. I don't know why they put micro USB on it. It's got to have a wider lens, because if you're marketing this thing as a vlogger's camera, you cannot put active stabilization at damn near 30 millimeters and expect people to be able to vlog at it. It doesn't work. So I would even like they either need to go wider with a not so fast aperture so that they can offset the size, or make the ZV-1 a tad bigger so that they can fit a bigger element in there, or a bigger lens element, so that we can have a wider field of view with still maintaining a faster aperture, a fast aperture. So I think that's my main thing about it. I'm not really pressed about the battery life. Battery life sucks, but in any small point and shoot compact camera, battery life sucks, especially one that can shoot 4K 100 megabits per second. So those are really like my main gripes. And the freaking battery door. I hate that I have to either put a plate on the bottom, or I have to take apart the freaking camera rig to get to the battery door and memory card. Can they fix it? I don't know, because again, physics constraints, size constraints and stuff. But those are the three things I think they need to nail, in addition to what it already has, for it to be successful.
Yeah. Normally, like, my cage comes off my camera all the time, but this thing I've put on twice. I dropped this when we were in Florida, Paul. Remember when we were at Disney Springs, and this damn cage saved the bottom of the camera for sure. But it loosened up once, so I took it off and I put it back on. I haven't taken it off once, which is surprising, because you would think, like, when you put stuff like this on your cameras, you would take them off every now and then. But I don't know. I just like it. It works. It works good. It was $20, so best $20 I spent on that camera. Other than the screen, that's the other thing I want them to do. They need to fix this damn polarization issue with these Sony screens. This one's the worst.
Fortunately, like, I don't wear polarized
$5 screen protectors to be able to see the screen with glasses on.
I mean, they just need to fix the screens in general. The Sony screens are kind of
trash,
lackluster across the board.
Call it what it is. It's trash.
Terry, when you get to NAB, NAM is the music one. We gotta get you over to Rode and get you a damn wireless code too.
It's wild that they haven't. I've seen them send them kits out to pretty much everybody. And they even like they share my photos, they retweet my stuff, and nobody's pulled up and said, "Hey Terry, you want to send you something?" So it's whatever. I don't really care if people send me stuff or not. I'll freaking buy it. But it would be nice. So
it is nice, dude. I gotta send mine back though. My receiver, the screen like is all pixelating out, and sometimes you can't even see what's going on it. So you have to turn
wireless
it
too
a bunch of times. And yeah,
wow.
I'm supposed to send it back right now, but I'm like, well, I need it. I might need it at NAB, so I'm just gonna bring it with.
Yeah, I would like the new one. I use that thing for everything.
I have a high respect for Rode. They're really really great company, and they make great products. They actually sent me a lot of stuff just because they heard that I needed. I was having some issues with my Deity D3 Pro, and it's a good sounding mic, but I don't know, they didn't shield it very well. So whenever I was inside of a school or near a lot of FPV controllers, it would crackle and buzz. It's almost like the shielding wasn't great. And ever since I've had the video NTG, it's been flawless. There are no issues whatsoever in the same areas I was in with the Deity. So I don't know. I thought the Deity sounded great. I liked how it was built. It kind of pushed Rode to make that NTG video mic, but at the end of the day, it was a little buzzing for me. So I had to give it to Rode for making a little bit better microphone than that.
It's crazy. I have like 7 Deity mics. That's probably why Rode ain't send me nothing. Like, this dude always talk about Deity. We ain't sending him nothing. But I've heard people have issues with Deity. Like my dude CJ and Devin, they got Deity mics and they had problems with theirs. But I've never had issues with any of my Deity mics. So I guess I'm lucky.
Just throwing up some comments here.
Hey, what up?
Mike,
appreciate that. It makes me feel good when y'all say that, man. Like, anytime I post stuff like that, where like I know I'm gonna post it, it's not gonna get love, but I always feel good if it helps somebody at least some type of way. So I love comments like that. It lets me know to keep doing the vlogs and stuff like that. I really appreciate it.
I was talking about that with you a little bit earlier. That's the one thing that, like normally a lot of these people have like gear channels and they have like a vlog channel and they're kind of splitting up their stuff. I think you had this kind of weird ability where you kind of just started doing like your videos are kind of, some are motivational, some are vlog-ish. What did you call it? Motovlog? Is that what it was?
I used to call them motovlogs, yeah.
And then you got some gear stuff. You got like cell phone stuff. You got you're kind of all over it. But the nice thing about doing it like that is, as you build that crowd, that's your crowd now. That's your type of videos. You have that more flexibility in your channel. And yes, like if you were to niche down on one thing, you probably have more subs. But like I don't remember who said it. It was I don't know if it was Sydney, but someone said your tribe, or was it your vibe attracts your tribe?
Yeah.
And that's kind of a really awesome thing with your channels. You can kind of do whatever the heck you want, and people are following your channel for you and content you make.
That's what I actually said that like 2 vlogs ago. Like it is. So yeah, there's some truth to this, right? If I were to niche down and talk about one freaking thing every video, yeah, I probably had 100K subs by now. But I always like to equate it back like to what they said in what was that, The Dark Knight? And even though it's not a direct parallel, where he said, eventually you blah blah blah, you live long enough to become the villain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's the whole, like, that's kind of like with the YouTube thing. I don't want to fall into that trap of just making gear stuff. And then the moment I want to pivot or talk about something else, people are so programmed and I'm only going to talk about one thing that they like, all right, peace, I'm out. So I would rather, even though I get it, the process is slower, I got to build it brick by brick, I would rather have 50,000 loyal people who rock with me for me. And you really got to think about that, like conceptually, right? If I got 50,000 people that rock with me for me, that means I have a direct sales channel to these people. They all rock with what I do. I can put out any type of video I want. They rock with it because they hear for me. They hear for the family. Like, they a part of this. And I would rather have 50,000 of those than 300,000 of people who only hear because I got a Sony camera. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So yeah, it's a little slow. It's rough. Sometimes it's discouraging to see the lack of growth, but I'm gonna do this how I want to do it. I get it. I'm sorry, I'm on a tangent right now. You brought this up. Let me finish. like everybody thinks you got to take the worn path already. Like, you can do it however you want to, and I'm gonna show people that you could do it your own way. I don't care how long it takes me, and you could be just as successful as other people who took the worn path.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
they will buy the LUT pack too. What up, boo?
But that's how you stand out too. Is that, like, when you have the ability to build a channel and everyone's watching for you, that's cooler than them watching for a ZV1 video or something like that. The second I stop doing videos about this, like my videos, I have no idea what they're going to do. They could go south. I got a weird film project where I'm comparing a A7 S3 to a Zapruder camera coming out, and I have no idea if that's going to get views on it at all. But
can you put that comment back on the screen, please?
Oh yeah,
I shout out to you for popping up and saying that. But you know what? I hate logging into my dashboard, seeing that my subs are 91% men and 9% women. And
I have this. I actually have a worse problem. Mine usually says like 100% men and 0% women. I'm like, man, that's I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know. But I guess maybe men more men. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think it's because like just like tech is more like male focused, or maybe I wonder why?
I don't know.
And I think, like, what could I do besides taking my shirt off to attract
Honestly, this thing right here. I was, like, when you're doing videos and camera stuff, you just assume people like me and you are subscribing to channels. I started like seeing all my comments, all my subscribers, and be like, I have a ton of like makeup channels that are following me.
Nice. Oh, the ZV1 is huge for them.
Yeah. And it's a camera that a lot of lifestyle and beauty channels are using. So like, I had no idea that was a thing. And I was like, okay, well, apparently I got a lot of makeup tutorial channels and stuff following me. That's kind of a weird feeling, but.
All right. So let me ask you this. So let's bring up a channel like Manny Ortiz, where most of his videos are photographing women. I wonder what his looks like. I wonder what
mean,
true.
it might be biased because men are creeps, so men might just be pulling up for the women.
Right.
But at the same time, I think you might be onto something, because if you make a video about the ZV-1, but you are maybe have a woman in it who's using it to do her makeup or something, that's how you cross pollinate.
Mm-hmm.
You're freaking genius, Kyle.
Yeah, it's well, I made a dumb intro where it was a lighting
funny.
video, but I started the video like full makeup, and I was like faking a video, like ending a video, like, and that's why the ZV-1's the best camera for doing makeup channels. And then I did a split screen where I walked in, I was like, hey, I need to use a studio. What are you doing? Why are you wearing makeup? And so I was like, I just wanted to, like, at that point be like, hey, I see all you guys are following me. Like, this video is kind of for you a little bit here. I did a fake plug for the makeup that I was using and stuff too. And ridiculous video, but it was just a little intro that I thought was funny.
That's the comment I was laughing at. No, but I think that's I think that is a valid perspective. Women do use cameras and stuff, but they're not using A7S3s. They just want something they can turn on, get, record it. A lot of them use their iPhones, but I think the ZV-1 is popular. You know what? A lot of people use the ZV-1. A lot of times I watch like car channels and stuff like that where they do car vlogs, and a lot of them use the ZV-1. A lot of them.
I would think of like Manny's channel too, though. Being like a portrait photographer, he probably does get a lot of like women on his channel, because there's a lot of, like, when you go watch like go to wedding events, there's a lot of women, like, photographers and stuff. So I think the women are very heavy in the photography world. So his channel is like great for learning all of that. Like his stuff's incredible. Plus he's a good looking dude too. So like, I'm sure he tracks some there too.
I mean, I think it goes back to what your vision is, Terry, right? You want to get a lot of dedicated subscribers that no matter what kind of content you produce in, they're invested for you. Like for me, I mean, I started with watching Everyday Dad. He was doing drones. He switched to cameras. Now he's doing Mac computers. I'm still watching the dude because I'm kind of invested in him. I like him as a person. Same thing with, look at Matty Hapoya. He's started doing travel. Now he's doing, then he did cameras, and now he's kind of doing cameras and mixing travel together, because everybody's invested in him now. It's you want to build that community, like kind of like he did, that doesn't really care necessarily about if you're talking about cameras 100% of the time. They really are there to watch you. And I think that's the biggest takeaway for YouTube channels. When you're making your channel, you got to be you, because nobody else can be you. And people are going to fall in love with you and your personality. You got to be real and true to yourself, so that people can see the person that they really want to subscribe to.
I preach that all the time, man. We all in effect saying the same thing. It's just the difference of the person saying it. There's only so much, shit you can talk about with a ZV-1. It's all about who's talking about it.
Exactly.
Which is why I always tell people like you are what makes you special. You don't need to come on here being perfect and trying to look and sound like everybody else. No, your selling feature is you, and you don't know if people are gonna jump onto it until you put it out there.
Exactly.
Yep. And I think it's really getting close to that time here. Is Bert around, Kyle? I mean, my God,
is
he running late or something?
I don't know. You could probably run the clip, I guess. I don't know.
Around the cliff.
I don't know. Why don't you bring Bert in?
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess it is that time. So let's go to Know Your Creator. Bert, can you take it away? Come on.
Everybody's favorite rec center at the Creator Camp. This is the game that tests your knowledge. This is Know Your Creator! I'm your host, Bert McElroy, and tonight we'll be going head-to-head with our guest on who knows our creator best. Rules of the game are simple. All you have to do is answer 5 questions correctly, and the contestant with the high score at the end wins the game on Know Your Creator. What's going on, Paul, Terry?
Oh, so, Mr. Bert.
I'm finally back from that hotel. They charged me a shitload for that hotel, Paul. I'm charging it to the show.
Well, you probably got a lot of cleaning fees over there, bud, because it looked pretty nasty, bro.
Yeah, I had a party. A few people showed up. I'm still kind of hungover from that.
You look hungover.
Yep.
Yeah. So we got what is this tight shirt Terry over here? That shirt doesn't look tight enough. What's going on there?
Dude, I barely got this thing over my freaking head. You sound crazy. That's tight.
All right.
Enough.
So we got 5 questions tonight. We're gonna see who's gonna win this tournament here. Paul's like 5-0. Paul watches too much damn YouTube. He doesn't get out enough, and he's not. Yeah. So, anyways, let's just get ready. You guys got phones by you so you can answer and show me the answer.
Well, who doesn't have a phone by you? It's like glued to me, buddy.
I don't know what you guys in your cell phone-y TikTok.
Are you still on a flip phone there, Bert?
I got my brick Motorola.
Oh,
is it the StarTAC?
No,
it's not even a StarTAC. Get out of here, man.
I mean, can you grow as good of an afro as Bert has? I mean, man,
nah, that's a solid fro right there. That's a solid fro. You might as well get locks.
It kind of moves around a little bit, but you guys ready for some questions?
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. All right. In the video where Terry was continuously interrupted by an old lady, which camera is the main topic of the video? You were doing a video on a camera.
All right,
Some lady kept interrupting you.
I'm ready.
I know which. Go ahead.
It just has to be what camera was it? What camera were you talking about?
A7 IV.
Paul? Let's run that clip.
Hi. Oh, it's a Sony.
It is a Sony. Yeah, they're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose it if.
Man.
Let's talk about the next reason I think the A7 IV could fail.
All right, it looks like both of you got that answer right. We need someone keeping score of this tonight because we don't want Paul cheating here.
You going down, man.
Oh,
shout out to that old lady. I still don't know what her motive behind that was.
Someone on your chat's asking why we're not using an old school microphone.
Yeah, that's
is that old school enough for you guys?
Dude, you're fading in and out, Bert. I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about. Someone's fucking with the timeline, probably.
I know they're doing a multiverse movie or something.
All right, question 2, tie game. One of the reasons Terry loves cameras is because he can freeze moments in time. Hold on, I gotta get a drink after this one. Hold on.
What are you drinking there, Bert?
In the video, insane 85mm POV photography, A7 III Plus Galaxy S20 Ultra. What object did Terry freeze in time?
Who?
I know
what was the object that Terry froze in that video?
Can I tell you, or do I need to put it on? Do I need
put
to
it on, folks? We don't want.
Give me. Let me. If you can tell us, and let me just write it so it doesn't look like I'm cheating or anything like that. And
no. I'll just you're not about to steal my answer, dude.
Okay, you go ahead and say it. I typed it out. I really don't. I don't know.
You see that? It was a sign. Don't feed the birds.
I don't know. I can't read Terry's. His face tracking is locked in.
No, that's this Viltrax. Won't focus close enough.
Okay, a sign. Let's run that clip.
Let's walk back. Man, I love cameras, man. I don't really care what kind of camera it is. It's just something about being able to like freeze moments in time. You know what I'm saying? With the click of this button right here. Watch this. Watch this shit right here. With the click of this button, clean up your dog shit. With the click of that button, hold on, let me back up. With the click of that, I just froze that moment in time. How dope is that? I could always go back and see that again if I want to. That's why I love photography.
I totally didn't get
that. I'll give you the points for saying sign, because that's right. But I put dog shit sign. And that's got to be one of the most epic photographs of a dog shitting sign I've ever seen. So,
you say you're on a Viltrox. I thought you were a Sony 24mm, bro.
Oh man, I had to sell it. I traded that thing for the 24-70, and I miss it every day.
And then you sold the 24-70.
No, I haven't sold it yet. I am selling it.
You should know exactly when to sell it, right? I mean,
Unfortunately, your boy was not included. So no, I don't
cool
know.
enough to be. Well, come on, man.
Not cool enough,
It's
man.
coming out next week. We know it. It's got to be coming out next week.
I don't think everybody got it.
Announcement.
Otherwise, I would have sounded a couple weeks ago when we were. Yeah.
No, it's people. I know people that got it already.
Yeah.
Okay.
But your boy was not fancy enough to get one.
It's yeah.
So it looks like we got Terry's got 2 points. Paul, you're losing. I don't know. This is weird, Paul.
Damn straight you losing. Losing, Paul.
You got the downtown skyline kind of right, but you got the wrong answer. So number 3, in what video did Terry first use the phrase "piece chicken grease"?
You can go ahead and say it, Terry. I have no idea. I can't tell you.
I don't know that one.
I know you tried a whole bunch of different ones throughout the first handful of videos.
I don't know that one.
I don't know it either. I have no idea.
Well, let's just run that answer.
Overall impressed with this filter from K&F for $24.99, Amazon Prime, 1-day shipping. What? Send me an extra one right now. Make sure you guys check out some of the new videos. Man, I've been trying to pump out quality, and I mean quality content for y'all. So please take some time and go watch them. Peace, chicken grease, and much love. Terry Warfield.
Wow, that's an old video, dude.
Terry, when did you get Chad Ochocinco on your show?
That's
that
one
Chad
of my
Ocho?
most popular videos. The K&F concept, yeah.
Wow.
So you didn't get that right, but yeah, that was like video 10, something like that.
Wow,
that's way back.
That was vintage right there.
So that phrase has been around for quite a while.
You know what?
What's the story with piece of chicken grease?
Well, I'm black. That's where the chicken grease part came from, and I don't know. It just rhymed one day, and I've been saying it for like a long time, and I said it one time in the video, and people were like, "Oh, that's kind of dope." So I just kind of stuck with it, and I actually after I said it, I stopped saying it. I switched to "up in here." I don't know if anybody remembers that, but now it's a part of my thing, man.
I don't know. Chicken grease and Terry Warfield, this doesn't go together, man. You don't look like you eat an ounce of chicken grease. Look at man.
All right, before we move on to the next question, I do, but everything I do is in moderation. So I only eat fried food probably once a month, but when I eat it, it's going down.
It's a whole different kind of fitness. It's fitness, all this chicken in me. That's all. All right. So what do we got? 2-1. Question number 4. In the video of the Waymo self-driving car, what type of appetizers were going to be served at the event? They were going to serve some appetizers. Terry was
I do not remember this off my head.
Hold on. If Paul doesn't know, I'll just spit my answer out.
I'm gonna guess. This is what my guess is right here. You can go ahead and spit it out, but I already typed it out.
All right. I think I was complaining about some type of hors d'oeuvres.
Paul, did you spell it right?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Hors d'oeuvres?
I don't even know how to spell.
Well, let's run that clip, I guess. It's a very specific thing.
Just went to this burger spot and ordered wings. We asked the lady, are the wings hot? She say, no, they not hot. Then she bring us basically Satan on a plate. But anyways, we out here in Phoenix enjoying ourselves again. Big shout out to Waymo for bringing us out here in such style. Event starts in about 2 hours. So, we gonna go there and meet other people. And they got heavy hors d'oeuvres, man. Not just regular hors d'oeuvres, but heavy hors d'oeuvres.
Heavy.
You basically both got that right, so we'll give you a point. But the answer was heavy. Or it's hors d'oeuvres.
Man, I'm telling you, looking back at these clips is like looking into a time machine, and you don't realize how far and how many videos you've made until you look back at your old shit. That was a long time ago.
Sometimes you got to just go back and watch all the old videos of the creators you follow, because there's some gold in those videos, man. That's how you got where you are.
So what's the score right now, Bert?
What?
Are we even, Bert? What is it? What is the score? Or is he beating me by 1?
Winning by 1.
Man, I better get this next question right, and he better get it. Well, I don't know.
Also, how was that self-driving car? Is that some futuristic crap?
No, that shit was actually self-driving. Like I can go on about that, man. The cars actually make rational decisions and drive like people.
I'm still waiting for a
Wow.
flying car, hover conversion system done in the early 21st century, you know? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that video. It's a fun video. So last question. So this one's kind of a fun one. You were invited to Casey Neistat's 368
Ooh.
way back when. So in that video called Answering Casey Neistat's DM, what was the one thing that Terry don't do? We could talk about the video in a sec, but there's one thing in that video that you just don't do.
All right. I think I got it.
Shoot.
I'm ready. Your boy is ready.
All right, go.
I think Paul might have gotten an answer. Let's run that clip.
Oh, damn. Oh, you.
Okay, so apparently there's a raccoon distemper advisory, and if it's one thing I don't do, it's raccoons. So let me find out a raccoon out here wilding, and it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. It's that one raccoon always starting stuff. It's gonna be a problem.
Oh, lost. No, I
we
didn't lose.
We're tied, actually.
We're tied.
So that Casey Neistat video, that was way back in your channel. That was some pretty sweet stuff right there.
That's throwback.
There was Peter McKinnon was in there.
I still talk to Casey all the time.
I know. I hear. Yeah.
There was a lot of people in that event. That seems like a pretty fun thing to go to.
What's the deal with Casey, man? We want to see more of Casey's content. And what is he just trying to stand back and be a family man for a little bit and take a break, or what?
I think that is, but he didn't really like LA like that. So he's a little birdie told me he might be, on the way back. So
I've been waiting for that moment. I feel like that's been the story of since he's moved over there. I've been waiting for that. We don't like it, actually. We miss it. But
so can't confirm nor deny, but I would guess if the guy went back to New York, that's like his home base.
He'll start vlogging at least.
Yeah, he'll start turning up again.
Yeah.
Well, that's Know Your Creator. So let's tally up the score here.
All right, we have a winner. Bob, tell them what they won.
With 40 compact cars, this cozy den, including ocean cane wall units, this fun garden patio, including a mahogany fun tub for two, this fabulous gold bracelet watch, and just look at this great 1976 station wagon.
And as always, thanks for watching. We will see you next week on Know Your Creator.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
Let me just tell y'all how dope that is, man. That's
your background. What are you doing, bro?
What are you talking about? My background? You shut up about my background. I have no background. So you guys,
I guess I'm still not defeated, right? I'm still undefeated, but Terry's
I'm still trying to figure out who's paying for all these prizes because we don't got that 1975 station wagon money here. I can maybe send out like a T-shirt or something. But
I've got like 3 of them now. I mean, come on.
I wouldn't even know what size shirt to send Terry. You'd probably break out of all of them.
The smallest one you got.
So I'm gonna say, Paul, you lost on that one. I don't care if you tied. You still lost.
I think you did. I think you did.
You good call on that last question though. I don't know if I would have got that, but yeah, Casey Neistat video. That's pretty fun.
I mean, it was only because it was Casey
Neistat video.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most epic things that ever happened to me.
So we'll dig into this a little bit because you just recently lost your job, and you said screw it, you're gonna go all in on full-time YouTube. Can you share some insight on maybe some of the challenges or how you've kind of, because you don't have a really super large channel, and I think a lot of these people have the mindset, well, they've got to have like 100,000 subscribers, 150,000 before they can even consider going full time. I mean, you're kicking it out right now. I mean, can you share any secrets or just tips or anything insight in that?
Yeah, so I don't make enough money from YouTube to sustain myself. So right now, and I've said this in the last two kind of vlogs talking about the journey so far. So I am self-employed, but I do contract work editing for another channel, which was crazy. Like that, it's a year-long contract, paid more money than I was getting from salary from the job I was working. And it just happened to line up right afterwards. So I'm
Cool.
not completely free, but I do have way more time and way more freedom to do that, plus work on building my channel. So I've been trying to drop still like 2 videos a week, at least
Right.
1 or 2 videos a week. But like, it's hard for me to offer any insight on that because I'm not 100% full-time YouTube yet. I am working towards it, but I'm not about to sit here and lie to y'all like I'm full-time YouTube because I'm not technically. I'm self-employed, but I'm not full-time YouTube.
That's interesting that you worked for another YouTuber because I've toyed with that idea, right? I mean, I was like, well, I can't do my own YouTube channel full time. I wonder if I could. I just love being a part of the YouTube community. I love meeting other creators, and I've toyed with the idea of maybe. I mean, I kind of have I know a lot of somewhat bigger creators that I have good relationships with just because I comment so regularly on their videos. And I've thought about maybe, I wonder if I can just edit somebody's video or do some sort of social media marketing / editing with them and just get into that world full time until I can build my brand bigger or something. But
it's sticky, man. Like, I don't mind editing, but obviously do something a lot of times that you enjoy, eventually it becomes work and you hate it. So now I freaking hate editing. I cannot stand editing, and mostly because the edits I have to do for this channel, they're lengthy edits. I'm talking 8 to 10 hours per video. So having to do that 2 to 3 times a week, plus still spend hours filming and editing my own stuff, it's taxing, man. Like it's a huge time. It takes up a lot of time. I think the only saving grace is I can kind of do it when I want to.
True.
So client will say, hey, footage is uploaded for the next video. I'll say, yo, what's the deadline? Client will say XYZ. And then the freedom part comes because you can do that whenever you want to. You can edit 4 hours before bed and 8 hours the next morning, or however you want to split it up. But it's still challenging. I still don't feel free because it's such a huge time liability still. I mean, it's not 40 hours a week, but
right.
You know, on busy weeks, it's still 34, 35 hours of editing per week. The only saving grace is you can split it up how you want to.
Yeah.
But it's a stepping stone. Like, I won't complain about it.
Well, I mean, the interesting part too is that you said, they're paying you more than your regular job was paying you, and I find that, these YouTuber creators are typically pretty generous as far as compensation when they're building up their brands. I guess that's what I've heard from a number of people that have jumped into those sort of jobs.
Yeah, they know what type of shit it takes to make like, once you make videos for yourself, you understand the time obligation and skill level required to make these videos, so I feel like it's only fair to pay somebody fairly to get it done on time. And editors are literally giving you years of skill set. Shout out to everybody in the chat that's subscribing, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Hope it's something on the channel that you like.
Yeah, you just hit 32,000 subscribers twice, I think, in the last couple days.
Yeah.
So you hit 32 the other day. You put out a video that a lot of people, if they would have just clicked the damn video, they would have appreciated. But you got a handful of people that decided a thumbnail is enough for them to say bye, but then you gain back a whole bunch because of that video too. So we don't have to get too far into that video, but I mean, it's put out a video about protecting yourself as a creator when you're walking around in not great places. When you have cameras, you're obviously a target when you're walking around with a $4,000 camera in your hand, and I can attest to this. I was just down in Texas with Sydney, and I thought we had a group of people started following us in the middle of a back row, back area in Dallas, and I was kind of scared shitless. We were about to lose our cameras, and it's not about gear, it's just the safety in general. And you had a good video on that about protecting yourself. Whether, I think a lot of people just assumed it was a gun video and they wanted to peace out. And but yeah, you lost a handful of people that would have, if they would have just clicked the video, they would have understood the video. And
it pisses me off, man. It really does, because like you can't go to a store and judge the magazine by what's on the cover of it. You know what I'm saying? So how can you, it was so many people that just left comments, won't entertain XYZ. Like, I'm not asking you to go buy a gun. I'm asking you to listen to the message, because the message was not about you going to buy a gun at all. The message was about, we only do this because we have to in America. The message was about, even if you don't use a gun, to be more aware, to be more vigilant when it comes to your own safety in whatever capacity that is. That's just how I do. But I'm not encouraging or trying to push you to do anything. And if you were to watch the entire video, you would have understood that. But some people just, it sucks. You get labeled a certain thing, oh, it's a black dude with a gun. I hate bringing up stuff like this, but they are realities that need to be discussed. And I'm the last person to play the race card with anybody. I love all people, and there's crap people from every race. There's great people from every race. So I hate pulling that card, but it is a prejudice that we have to deal with as black men, especially, unfortunately, a lot of the senseless violence does come from black men. So I understand, but also you got to be able to have your own mind and your own power to control your thoughts and actually give something a chance before you just dismiss it. Because had people done that, even if you were not pro 2A Second Amendment, what you should have got from that video is be more aware and protect yourself in whatever capacity that is in today's crazy world. So you know how I look at it, and I'm just being honest. The people that left, the hell with you. I don't want you here anyways, because you're not here for me. Even like I don't go down the street and tell my friend I don't want to be friends with you no more because we disagree on something. Those people who maybe and I even said in the video, I respect people who don't share my same position. I'm cool with that. Like, we can disagree rationally and still be cool after that. But the fact that you're mad at me because I respectfully gave you my opinion and you don't want anything to do with me anymore, bye.
Yeah,
I don't need you.
Yeah. And it's just, like, some people don't see it as the fact they don't understand that when you're out about vlogging and doing all that stuff, like, you are a damn target. Like, that's just what it is, especially if you're by yourself too. Like, I personally wouldn't, I'd be scared to come up on you at all.
Yeah.
I'd be intimidated. But someone told me when I talked about this with people at work, and they said they saw your channel and they're like, the kind of people who are going to come up to you, they are going to have guns.
Yeah, and I get that.
You're an intimidating guy just size-wise. So, like, if they're going to come up to you, they're not going to try to fight you. They're going to bring something else. So,
and you know what? I don't ever want to be in that situation. Yeah. So again, my message was, all right, you got a vlog camera in your hand, talking to a camera. How are you watching your surroundings?
Yep.
That's the message. How are you? What are you doing to be more aware? When you walking through a grocery store with your freaking phone in your face, how are you going to understand if a situation is developing? There was a lady, and we can lead this here because we can go on about this forever, but like 2 years ago, it was a bank that got, it was a violent takeover in the bank, and a lady walked in the front door. She had earphones on, walked through the front door, and was KILL right there. Had she not had headphones on, she would have been able to hear the gunfire going on inside the bank and could have made the decision, you know what, that doesn't sound good. I'm going to walk away and go somewhere else. And those are my points. Like, especially, like, the world is getting crazier and crazier. The youth are being less respectful and leaning more towards violence against adults and, just terrorism and all this stuff. Like, my message was just be more vigilant about your own freaking safety, however you do it. But of course, I'm going to tell you what I do.
Oh, Well, a lot of it too is just like if going in down a, you know, like in our case when we were walking around Texas, going down a back alley with no one around, that's not necessarily going to end great. Like if you're outside and you have valuable stuff in your hands, be in a public spot, be in where people can see you. And we're in a world right now where that doesn't even really matter half the time. People still run up and do whatever they want to do. So
Yeah, it's crazy.
broad
It
daylight,
is. It's
but
wild.
yeah, making the decisions of knowing your surroundings is like a huge thing, and it is what it is. So, but I'm glad you retook that 32,000 subscriber.
Felt good.
Still, you're getting close to that 50 grand. That's coming. I know you're gonna kind of. Sounds like you might be kind of gearing some of your channel. You're gonna bring in some a little bit more lifestyle stuff again.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more motivational stuff again. That's
I'll tell you why I quit the motivational stuff at the beginning, because my channel, those videos were getting no push, and it was great for the people that they were reaching. That was dope, and people were like, "Oh, these videos are so helpful XYZ," but like I felt like maybe I should save this content and all this stuff I want to say for when I can reach a broader crowd with the same type of message. So yeah, once I get to a point where I'm starting to see like 4,000 people, 5,000 people showing up for a vlog, all right, then I'm gonna start bringing it back, because in my opinion, I'm gonna be honest, like it's so much bullshit in today's world and violence and stuff. I do want to be a vessel of light in a way that people can relate to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's coming back. Those are coming back. I'm going to, as I've been doing, introduce more family stuff, more fun stuff, and I'm only trying to be the channel that I would like to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's something fun about like say you're going to an event, you're going to go to NAB. There's going to be a lot of people that come up to you that know everything about you that you've put out on your videos. And that's kind of a weird position, because you're going to be like, I don't know anything about you, but
yeah,
but like that person feels like they know you. They're your friend. Like, and,
It's true.
and that's the kind of stuff you want. But if you're just doing gear videos, like they never really get to know you. And I'm trying to find a way to like incorporate more of still real life too, as well as just like doing stupid skits before videos and storylines or whatever. But it's if you just do the same thing where it's just dry and no personality is what sells on YouTube. That's
Absolutely.
what makes channels.
Well, let me say this: the channel I edit for is a pretty sterile channel, right? And it's okay if you are okay with that being all you are ever gonna be. Like if that's you cool with that, and this is just a money thing for you, then fine. But if you are doing this because you want to show the world who you are, and however creative capacity you do that, then yeah, doing the same quote unquote boring mundane reviews is not going to get you there. I try to stay surrounded with people who are in positions that I want to be in. So when I start making these relationships with people that got 500,000 subs, 600,000 subs, I try to talk to them. And a lot of them that have built their channels off of gear reviews, they want to pivot. They want to go to lifestyle stuff, and they're being penalized for it because they didn't set it up that way from the beginning. So now that I have that knowledge from these people, telling me, yo, Terry, you still are early in the game, pivot it how you want to and grow upon that. That's what I'm doing. At least I was going to try to do.
And that's why people will watch any one of your videos, which is great, except for if you put a gun in your thumbnail.
Yeah, right.
No, it's
I knew it was risky. I knew it was risky, but
what I've always thought was kind of fun about your videos too is that like you'll do a gear video and you kind of do like, do you ever watch like Futurama back in the day?
No.
Okay, well, it was a Simpsons-esque kind of comedy show, but that writer would always have a really good ability to take something just total joking, and then like the last 2 minutes of the video just go totally the other way and be super serious. At the end of a video, you're like cartoon, you're like, oh man, that was a video.
Yeah.
Like you do that with some of your gear reviews where it's just like all of a sudden the very end just gets like super motivational, or like you're not expecting it all. And also that POV video where you took that dog sign. I want to see some more of those, because that was hilarious. Like I've watched a lot of those POV like street photography videos, and it's usually they're just like, oh, that was cool. Yeah, that guy has like a smile. You're just like dope. I got you. Like just the commentary in the background was just hilarious throughout the video, and I feel like you could like kind of make a funny video like that where you just like really, really bring out that kind of
I'm gonna be honest. The reason, so the last POV video I did was in the woods, which that video didn't get that much push. It was, in my opinion, one of my favorite videos I ever made. But I do want to go out and do more POV stuff. But honestly, it's just and I hate to live like this or think like this, but it's the threat that I don't like.
Yeah.
You know, if Cleveland is a fairly dangerous city, man. And yeah, I get it. Maybe some people won't run up on me, but you always got those people that will test anybody.
Yep.
And, you know, especially having to take care of a large family, bro. Like I take my safety very seriously because I need them, they need me.
Exactly.
You know, and I don't ever want to end up in a situation where, you know, I'm just out doing something. And I'm gonna tell you, the last time I was downtown Cleveland and I was making a video down there, the two dudes like pulled up on me in the car, like, yo, what you doing? You shoot videos? And I'm like, no, I'm just making videos. And they kept pressing the issue. And I'm like, all right, man, y'all gotta, I walked away. But that was enough to kind of put things back in perspective for me. So I do want to do more POV stuff, but it's going to be like when I'm going to like NAB where it's tons of people and the threat is, you know, it's a lot of backstreets and stuff.
And you got to, and when having people with you too is like having that buddy is
a huge deterrent.
Like I did a POV photo thing where I did the A6400 and the Sigma 2470.
Yeah,
kind of a weird combination. But we went to like French Quarter, New Orleans. Like there's a million people around in that place, so. And that's also kind of good too, because street photography, you're taking pictures of life and how they revolve in the city. So,
yeah,
I did like that one guy. They were like, "Hey, can I take a picture?" And they're all like, "Okay, go ahead and take it." And you're like, "No, just go back to what you're doing. I want to take real life, not
weirdos." Like stop posing. I did when I did that POV video with my dude Tech Gear Talk. We went downtown at night. And that was the first thing I said in that video. Do not go out doing POV photography, especially at night, without somebody with you, because somebody that's thinking about running up on you, they're going to think twice before they run up on two people versus one person. So even if it's just for deterrent.
Yeah, it's especially because it's like you're not paying attention. You're looking at your camera settings and how what's in focus and whatever. So
right.
Even though the Sony cameras are pretty nice, you can just, hit that button and it locks focus.
So we're getting to the end of this stream here tonight, and I forgot to prep you on this question, but you've seen it, so you might be able to pull something out of your head. We're getting to that point in the show, where we have to ask you about your most embarrassing moment, or an embarrassing moment while you're shooting your camera, kind of like a one time at camera camp situation, or band camp situation, but we're doing one time at camera camp,
I'm at camera camp.
Like all right, I think I know it. I think the most embarrassing moment for me was when I met Peter McKinnon for the first time. It was at the Casey Neistat party, and a lot of people don't know about me. I might not come off this way when you see my videos, but I'm an introvert. Like I'm that dude that'll sit in the corner alone, looking like I want to fight everybody, even though I'm really scared of everybody. So all right, I'll give you a little story. So we in the whole event, right? And me and like 3 other people is off in the corner, and I'm like, fuck, I know this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Casey is here, all these people here, like I gotta go shake hands. But that's the scariest thought ever to me. So I had to go get drunk. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm about to take like 3 shots so that I could be social. And after I got back from the bar, it was Peter McKinnon standing right there. Right. So I walked up to him. I was like, what's up, man? I'm so-and-so. And Peter was just like, he don't know me from a lump of bricks. So he was like, like, okay. And that to me was like, it was embarrassing for me. Nobody else saw it or anything like that, but it was just one of those, like, damn.
He's probably sitting there like looking down at you because he's like 6'4".
Yes, he's tall, man.
I saw that picture of you next to him, and it was just like, God, he really is a tall guy. Like,
man,
makes people look short.
It's like Jill Undone.
He's the same way. You would never know because of his set, but like, yeah, Gerald Dun's like 6'3" or something like that too.
I don't know if y'all watch Jayhawk. If y'all into his videos, he had a camera channel. This dude is like 6'3". You wouldn't know it is on video, but that dude is like will dunk on you.
Oh man, yeah. I
Speaking
mean,
of
it's
Vu,
funny how we
since
kind of
you're
react
jumping
in
Vu's
some of those
video a lot,
situations.
I got a couple things here. Vu wrote some stuff that I thought was kind of funny, and then he followed that up with.
Man, that dude is hilarious.
He's funny. Yeah, it's what was it? So yeah, you're gonna be NEB. Yeah, I was gonna actually use one of your videos for that question. There was a video you had on being kind of like an introvert and stuff, and you said something like you could stand up and talk to 1,000 people, but if you go into a room with like 20 people, it's just like you're shutting down. And
Man, I'll tell you, the first time I did public speaking was at 368 in New York, and I had to go up in front of like all of these people. And I'm gonna be honest, when I got up there, I was so shook. What up, CJ? I was so shook. And like it took like you could even hear it in the video how like stuttery my voice was. And Terry is all cap. Whatever, man. But yeah, that was it was very scary, man. It was a scary thing. I mean, I got over it in like 45 seconds and took a deep breath and was like, I got this shit. But yeah, it was yeah. I don't do good in situations like that.
so I feel like I feel like I'm definitely still like an introvert, but like it's for me to be the other way around. Like me standing in front of a group of 1,000 people speaking, I would just totally shut down. But like I feel like I do okay in groups of people, especially like I'm going to NB by myself, so I'm going to be like all over the place, just trying to like like you get that feeling where you're just you like need to conversate with people when you're by yourself for too long.
No, I never
Not at all.
that.
Okay.
No.
So I'm just a whole different kind of introvert, I guess.
Listen, I had to like I was explaining this to one of my kids. Like I'm an introvert at heart, but you also learn through situations how to almost be an extrovert at times. But even when you do that stuff as an introvert, when you get done doing that extroverted stuff, like you got to go somewhere and recharge and get away from everybody. So like I wanted to, after I got done speaking on stage, like it was so overwhelming. Of course, like, I'm Terry. I ain't showing everybody that, but inside I really felt like, damn, I want to get away from everybody.
So I was going to mention too real quick. So you and me are going to be at NAB. Also, Dave Mays, who's going to be on the show in here in a couple weeks.
I was just on his show not too long ago.
He's hosting what is it, a meetup at like In-N-Out Burger in Vegas.
Why there?
He's obsessed with In-N-Out Burger.
Man, that's disgusting.
I'm still a fan. I don't know.
C Kid, what up, baby? Shout out to my guys CJ and C Kid that pulled up. Those my two business partner crowd, two of the realest dudes I know. And shout out my dude Icon A that was in here too.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take an Uber down there, so if you guys want to go too, but if not, whatever. I don't know. For me, it's just like it's not even that it's that good necessarily. It's just that like we don't have them up here in the Midwest, so
I've never been to one before.
Yeah.
I had it the one time I went to Vegas and I was not impressed. But let me say this, man. I like I'm all for meeting up with everybody. But one thing I don't want to do is this is what happens every time a bunch of YouTubers get together. And I understand that like we can all talk the same language, share the same challenges that other people can't relate to and all of that. But I hate going out and then we just end up talking about YouTube.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I may or may not pull up. If anything, I'll just meet you somewhere without the crowd.
Well, I'm gonna go do some time lapses up on that rotating level, hopefully during some kind of sunset. So
I see
he could be your next door neighbor. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be funny if you're like walking. Oh, hey, what's up? No, it'll be fun. I think so.
But dude, I really appreciate you making the time to come out here and hang out with us tonight. It's been a real fun time to get to know you and just chat a little bit deeper there. I wish we both wish you the best in your journey here on YouTube, and your content's amazing, and you are doing you. So you just got to keep at it. I think the lifestyle stuff will be definitely awesome just to get a little bit more of that Terry personality.
Need some more of that cinematic Terry. I think someone said too.
Yeah, it's coming back. I've been like I said, once I feel like the velocity is there at the beginning, that like enough people pull up to where, you know how I go, man. Sometimes you put all that work into a video and it don't get the payoff. So I want to bring that stuff back when I know that I at least have a shot at the stuff, reaching more people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Well,
in and out
it could
is
help.
trash. Yeah.
Have you talked to Josh Yo yet about meeting up at some point?
So I'm supposed to be meeting up with him. He just moved to
Ooh.
Dayton too, so
Hmm.
that's another thing. I was supposed to be going there when we got back from Vegas, but he messaged
Oh.
me yesterday like, you better come by the Condor
Yep.
Blue booth. So I'm supposed to meet up with him.
You got that free code I sent you for the Condor?
No.
To get the exhibit tickets?
Oh, I don't even know if I'm gonna need those or not.
Okay.
The person I'm going, we got a lot of stuff.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah,
we got a lot of stuff already lined up, so we'll see. But I appreciate it. But I appreciate you fellas having me on this stream. I know we've been trying to make this happen for a minute, so I'm glad we finally got it done. And I definitely appreciate it. Appreciate the time, the love from everybody, the hospitality, all that shit, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's good having you.
Absolutely. And you got any last closing words for the people here? Anything what should people be excited about? Obviously, you're doing a new lifestyle, but anything else you want to share with people before you leave tonight?
Yeah, man. I just be thankful. I said I've been making it a point to say this at the beginning of every video. Be thankful for what you have. It's a lot of people, a lot of situations out here where people don't have running water and food to eat and stuff like that. So before you fix your mouth to complain, be thankful with what you have, the freedom you have, the hot foods you have, the running water you have, because there's a lot of people that don't get that luxury. And aside from that, just keep it real, y'all.
Well, you guys know where to find Terry. You got all his social medias posted here. There's links down in the description. Feel free to describe. We do this every Wednesday night with a creator, and we got a guest coming on next week, of course. Go out, subscribe to Kyle. Go to check out Kyle's next video is going to be a good one. I think everybody's really going to like it. So make sure you check him out.
JFK conspiracy. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be related to that, but yeah. So yeah, next week Chris Spice. 2 weeks from now, Donna, Dave Mays after that. So we got some stuff lined up here.
Nice.
Terry, I'm sure we'll see you in the chat.
Hey, you know what I want y'all to do? I want y'all to see if y'all get some female creators on here.
I'd love to. We're actually looking to get other creators that are not even like necessarily filmmaker YouTube channels, and just get them on here. We were talking about maybe a music channel and a few
definitely a bunch of talk right now. Just waiting for people to actually confirm the calendar. So, but hopefully we'll actually see a handful of those people this weekend too. And I'll watch them book the calendar.
Yep. So, hey, once again, thanks, bud. Everybody, links are down in the description. Go subscribe. Go support this community. And you guys know that we will see you in the future.